Hi folks, I'm Craig Taylor, and as always a huge thanks for joining me here on my YouTube channel, the Bushcraft Padawan, and thanks for joining me in this week's Thursday's Thought. A few weeks ago I was out with my son for an overnighter, and we were doing some cooking and some baking and making some brews over the fire, and we were using identical water bottles, the British MOD issue 58 pattern water bottle. Many of you will be familiar with that, I'm sure. He was using his BCB Crusader mug, which nestles and fits perfectly with that water bottle. I was using a similar but not identical metal mug that doesn't quite fit. It kind of fits, it kind of looks like it will fit, but it doesn't nestle as neatly. It kind of props on top of the water bottle as you're seeing now, and it's not quite as compact, it's not quite as slick. It takes up a little more room. Still does its job in terms of using it as a mug and a metal container, but it doesn't quite fit together as nicely. It's a bit of a pain in the backside. And he asked me a very, very valid question. He said, "Dad, why don't you just buy one that fits?" And he's right, why don't I just buy one that fits? Because they're only, I would say, £10 to £15 brand new. Why don't I buy one that fits? And I mumbled something in response. I can't remember what I said. But actually now, having thought about it for a couple of weeks, I think my answer is why don't I just buy a new one is because that's my mug, son. That's my mug. It was a mug that I bought back in the early 90s. It's probably the longest serving piece of outdoors gear that I own. I bought it in the early 90s. It's now 2019. It's the better part of 25-ish years old, maybe a little bit more. It's been around the block. That's my mug. That mug has been with me around the world. That mug has been with me on exercise, on adventure training, on overseas military operations. I've brewed up and done all sorts in that mug, in the desert, in the jungle, in Arctic conditions. That mug can tell a few stories, if you know what I mean. That's my mug. It's not the lightest mug. It's not the most compact mug. It doesn't even really, truly fit my water bottle. But it's my mug, goddammit. And that's why, son, Finley, if you're watching this, that's why I'm probably not going to replace that mug. And it got me thinking, that mug is suboptimal. There are better mugs out there. There are mugs out there that would do the same job, if not a better job, that would be more compact, that would fit better, that would take up less room. That mug is suboptimal. That equipment is suboptimal, but for one reason or another, personal reasons, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not getting rid of it until it gives up the ghost. And that got me thinking, what about you? What piece of kit or equipment do you hang on to that you know isn't the best it could be? You could afford better kit. It makes absolute sense in every single sense of the word to invest and buy the better kit, but there's just something about that piece of kit that means that you're not going to be going anywhere soon. It's your kit, it's your piece of equipment, it's your equivalent of my metal mug, and it's staying there, goddammit, on your kit shelf. Let me know in the comments below. As always folks, a huge thanks for watching. Always interested to hear your responses on these Thursday's Thought videos, and I look forward to seeing you in the woods real soon. Cheers.